Don't listen to electronic music gear reviews. Sort of. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Let's get started. So, don't listen to electronic music gear reviews. What the heck is this video about? Well, it's inspired by some comments I've seen recently popping up more and more on my channel, where folks say that they've skipped out on a particular piece of gear that they were interested in because they saw that someone else said it didn't sound good. And that made me a little sad because this person was very clearly passionate about this piece of gear they wanted, and they wound up not getting it just because someone else didn't like the way that it sounded. So let's pull back and talk about some electronic music gear review videos and kind of their upsides and downsides. Of course, electronic music gear review videos are usually split into two categories, fact and opinion. Facts would be something like me saying, well, here's the model cycles. It's an FM-based groove box with 6 monophonic tracks and 6 different sound engines you can use to compose your song. An opinion would be something like, I really enjoy the onboard controls and I think they work really well. A fact would be something like, you've got 6 banks of 16 patterns for a total of 96 patterns per project on the model cycles. An opinion would be something like, I think the model cycles and model samples have one of the best pattern handling systems of any groove box on the market right now. Another fact, the model cycles retails for $299 US. Here's an opinion, I think it's really, really well priced and totally worth it. So I gave 3 examples, but hopefully we all know the difference between a fact and an opinion. Now, of course, facts are going to be the same, hopefully, in every electronic music gear review video because the facts don't change. They are what they are. And we can't make those up for ourselves. The manufacturer of the device makes up those facts, and then the reviewer presents those facts to us, or we look them up ourselves. The facts are the facts. Now, the reason that we watch electronic music gear review videos, at least the reason I do, is because everybody also gets their own opinion of that device. And listening to the opinions of others is a really, really great way to start developing your own opinion. However, getting to the main point of this video, once you know the facts of the device, don't let someone else's opinions sway you from something that you know you are going to enjoy about that device, if that makes sense. So, for instance, I wanted the Electron model cycles for almost all of last year. I was looking at it from about April 2020 onward. I didn't wind up picking up the model cycles until December of 2020. And I'm really kicking myself for doing that. You see, in all the time I was wanting this device, I would watch tons of videos, and I absolutely loved the sounds that I was hearing. I thought it sounded quirky and unique and just really, really powerful kicks, and I quite enjoy the snares even though a lot of folks don't. I just thought it sounded absolutely phenomenal, and I loved the sequencer and loved how both the machine section and the sequencer section came together to give you this awesome compositional device. However, the reason I held off on the model cycles is because so many reviews, both video and written, actually mentioned that they didn't like the sounds of the cycles. They said it sounded, very metallic and very samey, and that it was super hard to get anything other than those sounds out of the model cycles. And I trusted those reviews. So anytime that I found myself wanting the cycles, I'd say, oh, but so-and-so said it didn't sound too great. Or this review here said it was too metallic for their liking. When in reality, I knew darn well that I loved all of the sounds that I had heard coming out of the cycles in these different videos. So I knew that I loved what the cycles sounded like, even if others didn't. And of course, as we all know, I did pick up the model cycles, and once I did, I fell in love with it. I think it's a fantastic device, and it's one of my favorite groove boxes to use. But I waited almost 8 months to pick it up from the first time that I wanted one, and if I would have just ignored some of the electronic music gear reviews out there, I probably would have picked one up in April or May of last year rather than waiting till December. So if you know you like the sound of a device, then watch reviews with that in mind. When the reviewer starts talking about sound quality and what they think of it in their opinion, take that with a grain of salt. Know that you might have already formed your own opinion about the sounds on that device. Now, certainly pay attention to all the other aspects of that review because those will continue to inform you and help you make a more decisive purchasing choice. But if there are aspects of a device that you are already sold on, just ignore those sections of a review because you've already got it set in your head. Now, you do have to be careful with this sometimes. Be sure that you are taking this strategy with opinions rather than facts because, of course, opinions are subjective, facts are not. But that's basically the extent of the point I'm trying to make. If you already know that you love something about a device, don't let someone else's opinion sway you from that. So even if you are a complete beginner, it is 100% acceptable to ignore some parts of an electronic music gear review video. Remember, at the end of the day, you are the one making the purchasing decision, not the reviewer. It's up to you to do what you think is right. So with that out of the way, let's jam. So hopefully this video didn't come across too preachy or anything like that, but it's just something that's been on my mind for a couple of weeks, and I figured now was a great time to address it. So I do hope you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining. If so, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.